What is your name and where are you from?
My name is Wyatt Joseph Weatherby, and I am from Fort Benning, Georgia.
And who are you?
Well, I am who I am. And pretty much what I mean by that is I am who I am because of how I grew up. I grew up differently than most people. I've lived a military lifestyle since I was a young age, so I never really grew up in one place to learn a certain way of how people grown up. I've grown up in the city, in the country, I've grown up everywhere. So I never really stayed in one place for too long to really learn a culture. So I am who I am because of the way I live my life.
What was your favorite memory growing up?
My favorite memory growing up would definitely be traveling the world at a young age. I've gone to many exotic places. I've been to Seoul, Korea. I've been to Germany. I've been to France. So pretty much I've been all over Europe really, and some parts of Asia. I've gone all over the United States. So just traveling since at a young age, I got to experience the world. I'd say that'd probably be my greatest memory.
What is your favorite aspect of filmmaking?
Well, for me, the greatest aspect of filmmaking for me, really is just the vision that is read brought to life. Really, I don't really have a favorite aspect because I came into loving film kind of late, more than most people. I guess you could say I came into film when I was about a junior or senior in high school, and I was on the track team, and after I had an injury, my coach told me to film my other teammates so we can learn what can make them better and everything. And he put a camera in my hand, and it was just amazing. Like, I loved the camera, so I guess that's what made me want to be in film too as well. So just pretty much cinematography, I guess you can say, being on camera and using a camera.
What do you hope to achieve in your lifetime?
What do I want to achieve in my life? Honestly, I just want my name on the big screen, on the silver screen when I graduate full sail. But all in all, I guess you can say one of my biggest achievements that I want is to remake a movie that sucked ass. Just mainly because the book was wonderful, but the movie it ruined it. So I want to redo that.
How do you think you've changed in the past year?
Oh, well, my hair definitely changed since the last month. Really, last month it was pink, and now this month it's like a turquoise. But within a year, I've definitely became more mature. I was a little shit back a year ago, and if you knew me back then, like, you could see that I definitely changed. I became more mature, but at the same time, a year ago today, I didn't know as much as I did about film or anything about the film process as I do now, and it's fun knowing it, but it sucks because it ruins my movie watching experiences. Along with my friends, they tell me to shut up or don't speak, so it's definitely quite fun being in this industry right now.
And what part of the filmmaking process do you want to play?
This one is actually a real challenging question for me. The position I started out wanting to do is just like every basic person ever. I want to be a director. And well, it was during actually my month 5, I think it was, when I was taking my visual design and composition class, when the teacher gave us a camera and gave us assignments to do, and I was just falling in love with the camera. And then I had my first PA experience, or production assistant, and it was just supposed to be set up, but it turned out one of the camera guys didn't show, so the producer was like, "Hey, what are you doing?" I'm like, "I'm just here for setup." And then I don't know if y'all still need me, I'll stay. And they're like, well, now you're a camera. And I'm like, well, I don't know much about the camera really. And he's like, here, I'll show you. And he actually showed me how to use it. And I fell in love. Like, I was amazing. And then as classes started going on, I took a script writing class, and I was like, maybe I could become a writer. That failed within like 5 minutes because I was like, I can't write perfect sentences to save my life. And then it came down to actually dealing with the lights. I was like, maybe I can be a grip, an electric something. But then I was like, nah, that's too much work, sort of. It's great. And then someone told me to be a DP, which is director of photography. And pretty much they deal with camera and lights, and I was like, what better way to make a vision come true than actually be able to tell people, hey, I want a light here, and this is what I need, and the camera is like, I want the camera angle here, and this is what the lens I want. So it's, if I get told how a certain shot is wanted to look, I'm gonna make it possible. So I'm pretty much like, I'm real high up and make sure a director's vision comes to life. So in my final journey of deciding what I want to be, I think DP is going to be one of the biggest ones I want to do after when I enter that industry.
And so far, what's been the best part of your college experience?
Oh, keg parties definitely is the best college experience. No, in all honesty, my best college experience is just meeting new friends, like my wonderful camera guy that's getting all this. He's a great friend, and just this entire experience of just being in college, and just especially being like the first kid of my family being in college is definitely great. But just meeting friends and learning what I want to do in life, it's just a great experience. What else could you want from college besides keg parties?
When you look towards the future, what are you most afraid of?
Honestly, I tell most people when they ask me, what am I afraid of? I tell them, I'm not afraid of anything. I will eat a ghost pepper. Well, not even a ghost pepper. I'll eat a California Reaper. Die, but I won't fear it. But in all honesty, my greatest fear is probably failure. Even though most people say yes, failure is bad, but don't look at it as a bad thing. It's just first attempt in just anything. So, but even still, failure for me is just, it sucks. I failed a few times, but it let people down. So failure is definitely something I'm more afraid of in my future. If I fail at doing my job, I'm fired, and then it could ruin a set. So failure is definitely a big ass fear.
Is there anybody, either in the film industry or at Full Sail, that you look up to as a role model?
At Full Sail, it's like probably honestly all my teachers I would look up to, and even some of my peers, because some of my peers have done more than I have. But even the teachers have done way more than me, and they know the industry, so it's like they're not just bullshitting us in class like do this and this. They've done it. They're also giving us personal experiences. My peers I look up to because some of them have more PA hours than I can even count, so I know they know more, so they can help me out. And definitely in the actual industry itself, it'd be some of the great directors that I look forward to hopefully even meeting one day, like Steven Spielberg and Tim Burton. Those will probably be my greatest lookups in the industry. Mainly Tim Burton, because he's crazy and just freaking awesome.
Do you have a favorite quote that you kind of like to keep hold to or live by?
Yeah, going to Tim Burton, because like I said, he's somebody I look up to. One of his most favorite that I can't speak English apparently, guys. Oh my god. One of my favorite quotes that is really famous from Tim Burton himself is, "One person's craziness is another person's reality." And that takes me to heart, because it's like, somebody can be like, oh, that's crazy, and I'm like, well, I can make that crazy into a reality. Like one of my old co-workers that I used to work for has a thing on Facebook about things she hears kids say, and she has so many, and she's like, this would be so crazy to turn into a movie, and I'm just like, what if we did? What if we turned this into an actual short and get a reenactment going? So it's like, she thought it was crazy, but I'm like, I can make that a reality. We just have to find the time, and it could work. It would be awesome. It would be a very funny skit series.
Final question. What is something you'd like to be remembered for?
Just being me. I would want to be remembered for what I've done in my life. Even the failure, like all my failures, I want to be remembered for it because it means I bounced back from it. Like my first few months at Full Sail was actually online, and I actually failed my first class, and it sucked because I was like, if I fail again, I'm gonna have to drop out of college because I can't do that. And so eventually, and then the next month came, I was doing another class, and it came down to something going on in my life to where I actually had to stop school for that month. And after getting my shit together, I started campus classes at Full Sail in February of 2016. And it was at that point where I retook the online class that I failed on campus and ended up passing with flying colors. So it's definitely a great thing to be memorized by my failures and then how I bounced back from it. So I went from failing, nearly dropping out, to passing it and passing every single class ever since then. I'm doing I went from a 2.5 GPA, not even 2.5, I think it was 2.05, to I'm now at a 3.5 GPA. So I've had the biggest comeback, I'd say, for me in any of my educational experience. So, yeah.
Is there any final thought that you'd like to leave them with? Anything that you feel that you've left unsaid that you want to leave them with?
Final thoughts: live life. Failure's gonna be a bitch, but don't let it stop you. Live life. Don't let anybody tell you you can't do anything. I got told I can't be in film because I haven't touched any film equipment before Full Sail, minus my track coach handing me a small camcorder to go and record. Like, since I started Full Sail, I've learned so much. I've done so much stuff. My cameraman can vouch for me on that. I've done lots of good things. When I have a vision, I make it come true. I help people get their vision straight. So don't let anybody tell you that you can't do it, and more importantly, just be yourself. Most people you'll see want to try and be professional while at Full Sail, and then you get some that just don't really care and they go all out. They want to express themselves, and that's just me. I'm one of those people. Most people have normal color hair. My hair is turquoise. I hear people laughing in class behind, like, thinking I can't hear them, but I can hear them, and I'm just living life. They can laugh all they want. It's me. I'm comfortable how I do it. This is me expressing myself. I'm crazy, and I'm making my craziness a reality. So anything left out is just live life to the fullest.